I don't know the person or anything like that, but I'm just saying the enemy thought that he was going to set me up by the nuts when he had set it up in my face. And I think sometimes, I know the enemy is relentless, but I think sometimes when he sees there's certain things that aren't going to work, he probably does lay certain tools down and search for other ways to try to come up against you or infiltrate. Because it's just certain things against certain believers that he knows this is just not going to work. And I can keep trying, not I, but he can keep trying if he wants to, but it's just not going to work. It's not going to work on him. This is not going to work on her. This is not going to work on them. This is not, because they're so covered by the blood of Jesus, and they listen so attentively to the voice of Jesus. How can Satan's voice get in? To lie and deceive. But yeah, it just seems like the enemy doesn't let up on certain people. And especially for those of you that you may have a huge calling on your life or whatever. My gosh, no, he's not going to let up on you, because he doesn't want you to influence and coach and help other people. And I know Satan sent I had taken Father and I had taken out a narcissist, and then he sent another one my way, and that was like 3 years ago probably. And do you know that Satan is still trying to utilize the same person against me? I'm like, what in the world? Because, see, he wants me to come out of a bag and snap on the individual for not staying out of my face. And I'm not saying literally in my face, but I'm just saying, you all know how a narcissist would try to gaslight people. So they'll do little subliminal things that they think other people aren't paying any attention to, but hoping that you notice so that you will react and come out of character and hang yourself. Because a lot of times, if the devil is not being permitted by Father to hang you, Satan is hoping that, well, by this provoking or this manipulation, you'll hang yourself. I know what I'm talking about. That's why the Holy Scriptures say, be sober and be vigilant, because the enemy is as a roaring lion. For a lot of you out there, you could be going on with your lives, living your lives, having a good time, and there could be somebody across the way plotting and planning against you, and you're not even thinking about that person or those people, but they're always somewhere busy studying you, and your eyes aren't even on them. You don't care about them, their lives, nothing as it pertains to them. But I bet you they're sitting somewhere meditating on you. There was an incident at the gig the other day, because y'all know I'll call a demon out in a minute. And I know I had gotten acquainted with somebody briefly a couple years back, and of course I ended up cutting the person off. After you find out somebody's character is dirty, and that they're not, they don't have morals or ethics, you can't do anything but cut them off if you are a morally upright person and you have ethics and values and standards and all of that. And I don't really know the person, but you know me, if I meet people, I'll try to talk to them about the Lord, and if they need my help, I'll help them, if I can or whatever. But I ended up having to cut the individual off, and I kept it moving. One monkey don't stop no show. But the enemy is still utilizing this person, because there was this talk and this hype around me and a certain individual. To make a long story short, people thought that I was involved with the person that I was not. And to make a long story short, I guess the person thought that I liked them or whatever. And that was at least 3 years ago. Do you know that just a couple of days ago, that same individual was standing up in my face with one of its busted, ugly side whores, and it was tugging on the side whore like it was trying to pull the side whore in front of me as I was trying to walk past both of them. And I knew what the individual was doing. That's why I'm calling the person out, because I don't play with demons. And the individual basically wanted me to see him standing there with his side whore, as if that was supposed to be something that meant something to me. Now take into consideration that the individual that did that is married and got other side whores at the gig and out in society. and lives with a side whore, from what I understand. So I'm like, okay, do you want me to react because you're standing there with somebody and I don't know either one of you? I mean, it. You know what? It's like, okay, I know this is the devil because who is that dumb? So I basically, scooted, not scooted, but kind of waved my hands for them to, get out of my way. I've got things to do. I don't play games. You're playing with the wrong chick, and you don't know it. That's what I would say to. I didn't say it to the dude, but that's how I'm feeling about it. You're playing with the wrong chick, and you don't know it, because I'll destroy you. And so anyway, the person was acting like it didn't know how to walk, and the side whore was acting like it didn't know how to walk and step out of my way, like they were confused or something. Well, I've got a way to unconfuse you, but if I do that, I'll be hitting the unemployment line. So what they and I'm not going to hit the unemployment line. So what they better do is get out of my way and stay out of my way. Both of them are scrubs. And the way that I feel about it is, I feel like that the individual that deliberately was standing in my way and deliberately had the side whore standing there with him, I think that he went and told that side whore to come there and stand with him, and the side whore was just following his orders. And that's the same tramp that walks around the gig with no underwear on. And the thing about it is, I'm sure, and I'm not certain, but I believe he's probably telling her, don't wear underwear to the gig, and then that way they can go outside and screw, and then come back in the gig while everybody else is in there slaving and working, and they're out there screwing. Now, like I said, I don't know this dude like that, but he's messing with the wrong one, because if he continues to stand up in my face and subliminally do things, I'm going to destroy him. So the best thing for him to do, because he's trash, is to move on and go on about his business. Because I don't know him like that, and I definitely don't know his tramps, and don't want to know them. Okay? But I just put that out there because let me tell you something. Satan, excuse me, guys. He always wants to do his dirt in the dark. And in the dark, by that I mean where other people can't see it. Now, of course, there's somebody else that noticed, I believe. I'll put it this way. I'll word it this way. I believe there's somebody else that noticed what this dude was doing. Like I said, I am so in tune. It is like, oh my gosh. It's like I don't know how to explain it, you guys. I just know things, okay? And I know what's going on around me really at all times, to be honest. And so nothing gets by me. And Father's always with me. We're always hanging out. So how can I walk in darkness walking with the light? You know. And that's a message for somebody out there, some sister or some brother out there. If you've got people playing in your face and deliberately trying to gaslight you and disrespect you because you're dealing with a narcissist, even if the person isn't a narcissist, but but most narcissists try to gaslight. All narcissists gaslight. That's what a narcissist is. But if you're dealing with that type of person, you got to be direct with those type of folks. You've got, because they don't have sense enough to stay out of your face. And the dude that did that, he's not even on my level. And from what I understand, he was trying to analyze me a couple years ago to see if I was somebody that he felt qualified for him. I'm thinking, hold up, Trick. Hold up. Wait a minute. You got that twisted up right there. You got that backwards. No, it's not do I qualify for you. It's do you qualify for me? And that ain't even what it is, because I don't know. I don't know about you guys out there, but when I'm at a gig, I'm about my money. I'm not there looking for no man. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's from what I understood, that the dude just thought he was so much all of that, that I guess he was looking for somebody to take care of him. I don't know. I don't take care of men. And he don't need to be worried about nothing about me, because he don't know me, and he never will. And like I said, when I cut people off, I don't look back. The only time, you guys, I would look back is if I needed to utilize the person for something. So that's when I would probably, because sometimes, you got to reach back into a trash can. Sometimes. Let's just keep it real. You can't always just put the lid on, take them to the dumpster and leave them. And by that, case in point is this. It could be some of you ladies out there, you're married, okay? And let's just say you are about to go through a divorce, or you're thinking about divorcing your husband, and let's just say your mortgage is due, and you've already kicked him out of the house. Sometimes you might have to let that buster come back just to get